Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Action. Today we are using the mascot of Pokemon himself, Pikachu. In Reg I, we are using a supportive set with Fake Out, Nuzzle, Endeavor, and Upper Hand to just give good support along with Blocking Priority. And along with it, we are using Calyrex and Kyogre. Kyogre to be bulky and go for some good water damage with Water Spout, and Calyrex to give us a bit of Trick Room, but also really strong Glacial Lance, and works really well with Pikachu. We got Urshifu to take good advantage of Kyogre's water, and Roaring Moon for some speed control, but overall, really excited to use the team. I'll top right into it. Okay, so Cryon and Kyurem White, I think. I think Kyogre's quite good. I actually really like... Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lead... Pikachu Upper Hand could be quite good. But I think here I'm gonna get some speed control with Roaring Moon and Calyrex. How fast is Calyrex? 49. Okay, so it's actually min speed. Then maybe going for Trick Room actually is better. How slow is Pikachu? Okay, it's 156. You know, I'm gonna lead Pikachu Calyrex. How fast is 129? Yeah, I think I bring this here. Actually, what's Landorus at? 125. I think I would bring Landorus and Kyogre on the back here. I think these are the four I bring. I think these are good for. Landorus hits a lot of their team with good poison and ground damage, especially if they Terra Fire. With Fake Out, we can get Trick Room up pretty easily with Calyrex. I do think there remains a little bit of concern of Covert Cloak on. Okay, this is fine actually. I'm going to. I should be faster than Rillaboom, I think. I'm gonna Fake Out Rillaboom and just Trick Room. Here, no. Trick Room and Fake Out the Rillaboom. And it would be great is if Pikachu goes down to Sash, we have Endeavor next turn, we would be faster. Actually, I don't think we'd want to take damage then. We'll see what they go for. Should be fine though. Goals to get Trick Room up. You have first Fake Out. Great to see. Looks like they also went for Fake Out. And they just attack Pikachu. That is perfectly fine. I could have just gone for a Glacial Lance, but Lance there would have been crazy. Yeah, now we have Trick Room up. That puts us in a really good spot. I think I definitely want to go for Endeavor. Nuzzle's also pretty good. Upper Hand's interesting. I could switch to like Kyogre or Landorus, but I think here just staying with Pikachu is fine. So here I'm just gonna Glacial Lance. Endeavor. I think Rillaboom here. Because I think Rillaboom's like in Terra, either fire or like water here. Yep. We'll see if they target. I assume they could Grassy Glide Pikachu, but I think I'm fine with that. They just protect, that's fine. If Pikachu does go down, we just get a free switch. They do not. Grassy Glide, so I'm assuming is into the Calyrex. Nope, just use it. Okay. I would have much preferred it to be the Calyrex there, so then I would get Endeavor, but not going to give us that chance. Makes sense. It's going to be Cryon. I'm actually surprised to see that, because now I can bring in Kyogre in for pretty much free with no drawbacks. And I can get weather control on my side, so I think I'm definitely doing that. Then I'm assuming Kyogre's slower here, so we can go for a... I'm gonna check, but it should be slower. Yeah, 113, we're just gonna go for a Water Spout here. I don't think there's any reason not to just Glacial Lance, Water Spout, do some good damage. In case like Rillaboom switches in, we'll just get a KO, and I think Water Spout and Glacial Lance should pick up KO onto Kyurem, but they're just going to switch. That's perfectly fine. We'll see what they bring in. It's going to be the Brute Bonnet. That is perfect, because that was, I think, one of the main threats I was going to have this game, so them just switching into a Glacial Lance, I am perfectly fine with. Especially without Rain, they won't have defense boost. They will get a free switch into the Rillaboom for Fake Out. Unless Brute Bonnet lives, I don't think it would. Kind of surprised it lives that. Brute Bonnet's kind of crazy, but it will not live the Water Spout follow-up. And now I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. I can switch to Ice Beam Koraidon this next turn to try and get a KO there. Yeah, I don't really feel like I'm in too bad of a position here. You have Fake Out, but if they pretty much, actually, I could just go for a Water Spout here. Actually, how many turns of Trick Room do I have? 2. Yeah, I'm just gonna Ice Beam here. I think that's my best play. Glacial Lance, Ice Beam. If they Fake Out Kyogre, then I just Glacial Lance for KO. And if they Fake Out Calyrex, which I think is more likely, then we'll just Ice Beam Koraidon, and I hopefully it just KOs. Nope, just the Grassy Glide. Really surprised to see that. Okay, actually it didn't KO Koraidon. Now I wish I went for the water move, but we'll just KO Koraidon. Puts in a bit of a weird spot. Grassy Glide's definitely, I feel like, what they want to go for here. And Kyogre will not take another. I think High Horsepower should KO Rillaboom as long as it hits, and we know Kyurem has Protect, so I'm assuming it's just going to get Protect and like Grassy Glide from Rillaboom into Calyrex. So here should be fine, just to High Horsepower, and I'm going to switch into Landorus to make sure I don't die. Well, die to the Grassy Glide at least. Which I think should be fine. Because I'd much rather have Kyogre to take an Ice move than Landorus. Okay, there's Protect, we got it right. And now, yep, just Grassy Glide, called it perfectly. And now we just High Horsepower connects, should KO. Yep, that puts us in a really good spot. We'll finally get a boost after Calyrex. Both times does not pick up the KO. Actually, the problem is Koraidon was more bulky. It's definitely interesting, but I think we're in a position here where it's going to be really hard for them to get really anything. We have Rain as well, so here I'm going to Terra Poison, actually try and live, and then just go for a Earth Power. Could Terra like Calyrex, but I think this is better just because an Ice move into this slot is pretty likely. I don't really want that. And if Landorus could live, that'd be big. Yep, there's Blizzard. We still won't live it. That's crazy. But again, we just don't take really any damage on Calyrex, which is perfect. That's what I want. Calyrex is most likely just going to be... Again, Calyrex, it just stays in the field. It's really hard to remove. It's +1 Glacial Lance. I think this may just KO. Yeah. GG's. Pikachu didn't have the most support, but hey, it got Fake Out, got Calyrex in a position to get Trick Room. That Trick Room pretty much won us the game. Sure, didn't get a chance to go for the Endeavor, but if they don't U-turn to Pikachu, then Koraidon's on 1 HP, and that's a free KO for Calyrex, and it just builds really well. But overall, really good. Let's head to game number 2. Okay, so Rayquaza Miraidon. Iron Hands is their only source of like way to deal with Koraidon. Well, Calyrex, I'd say here. So I think it's got to be the same lead. Then I think here I'm gonna bring Landorus to deal with Iron Hands. I do think May the Same 4 is pretty good. The issue is mainly Miraidon. Let's see, back-to-back's knockoff. I don't think it's Roaring Moon's the best. I mean, Roaring Moon does give us like some speed at the end. I think it may just have to be the same 4 this time, because I just think these are the 4 that are really good for going for the Trick Room mode. And Earth Power is going to be really good into like Chi Miraidon, Iron Hands, so I think these are just the 4 we have to bring. Pikachu gets Trick Room set up, and even bigger here is if we do get Trick Room, their team is fast enough where Pikachu's Endeavor could start doing a lot, having a huge effect if they let it. Another benefit of Fake Out is it makes sure that they cannot double Pikachu unless there's a Covert Cloak, but you can always guarantee that Pikachu's not getting hit twice. And if there is like an Urshifu with Surging Strikes on the other side, you can play around that pretty well with like Acrobatics to threaten it with Roy Moon. So I think really overall Pikachu's really good like for Fake Out mod for Calyrex. I think it's really good. So we'll see the Urshifu and the Whimsicott, and this is talking about like Urshifu's threatening, but that's just a pretty free Fake Out into that slot. So I think that's what I'm just gonna go for here. Could Nuzzle, but again, I think just Fake Out's the best move. Fake Out Trick Room, I don't really see any issue with. And actually next turn, I'm gonna go for an Upper Hand to try and block Whimsicott's priority move when they try and Encore us into Trick Room, which I'm assuming is what they're going to try and do here. But what they aren't going to be expecting is for me to Upper Hand that priority move, which I doubt. Honestly, I did not know Pikachu got Upper Hand till I saw this team. So Pikachu could be really threatening here. Sure, it may go down to like the Surging Strikes, but again, it may just pressure out the Urshifu worried about an Electric type move, but get the Fake Out, breaks any sashes on Urshifu. They go for the Tailwind. Okay, interesting. So they feel really confident about being able to reverse this Trick Room, I guess. So yeah, we'll get Trick Room. And now they're definitely fast. Well, they're in Trick Room, they're definitely slower. And now, when they go for the Upper Hand, when they go for the Encore into Calyrex, I'm just gonna Upper Hand so they can't. I think that's my play. We'll get to see. I think this should work. Because I definitely expect it to be the Encore here. I don't really see any other move they can make. If not, they just Tailwind in front of this Trick Room setup and they're just going to get swept. So I feel like we've got to see an Encore here. So Pikachu should be able to shut that down. And if they don't, then I think we're just in a winning position already. They're going to withdraw Urshifu. That I'm perfectly fine with. I wouldn't be surprised to see like hands. Nope, just Miraidon. Interesting switch. Maybe expecting like an Electric move into that slot. They don't go for priority move, or it just didn't work. Does not work on Prankster moves? Have I been lied to? What? Okay, well, I thought that would work, I won't lie. Oh, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna switch. Well, I'm gonna Nuzzle and switch in Landorus because I do not think they're going to have. I think they're gonna try and just Electric Move, try and nuke my Calyrex here, and I can go for a Trick Room and Fake Out later, try and set it back up. I'm gonna Nuzzle and get chips onto. Oh, Fake Tears. Okay. And they go for a Draco. Ooh. Okay, we'll just see if they're Cover Cloak or Sash. They are Cloak. Guess here I'm gonna switch in Calyrex and just go for an Earth Power. Or I could Sludge Bomb. I'm gonna Sludge Bomb here actually. Because then I can get rid of the Encore threat. Most likely, I just think, unless they miss Draco again, Landorus is probably just going to go down here. I really thought Upper Hand would work, but I guess it's priority moves and not Prankster giving them priority. I guess good to know. I wish that worked. I feel like that'd make the move a lot better. But we'll see what they go for. Honestly, it's just going to be another attack into Landorus here, probably locked into Draco now. So we'll switch in Calyrex. I kind of plan to sacrifice Landorus here. Yep, there's the Draco. We'll see what the Whimsicott goes for. Probably just Moonblast chip, I'd assume. It's a Life Orb. Not what I was expecting at all. Their Tailwind is gone. And now, kind of an interesting position. Miraidon can protect, possibly, here. So what I'm going to do, I feel like just Glacial Lance is good. Here, I'm just going to Trick Room. And Fake Out Miraidon, I guess. I just feel like Glacial Lance is really good. I'm just going to try and get the KO. Fake Out Glacial Lance. We're just going to try and KO. Get into position where we can stall out Electric Terrain, and then I can try and set Trick Room from there. If Upper Hand worked on Whimsicott, this would be a lot better, but what are we gonna do? They're just gonna withdraw Miraidon, that's perfectly fine. We'll see what they switch in. It's gonna be Urshifu. Makes sense. We'll get the Fake Out. They just go for a Moonblast, okay. So, just like the expecting the Trick Room, and that's Whimsicott down, so I mean, it's big, but I don't really think it's what we're looking for. Because now the issue is just getting Trick Room back. I don't really fully see a way on how we can do that right now. Without Pikachu switching out twice. Makes it a bit difficult. There it is, there's Miraidon. How many returns Electric Terrain we got? 1. Okay. I mean, I'm gonna switch in Kyogre here. It's bold, but I think it's my best shot. And then I'm just gonna nuzzle the Urshifu. I'm gonna try and play to get rid of their Electric Terrain and hope that Urshifu can survive it. I think that's the play I've got to make at this point. And I think it's most likely Rayquaza's in the back. Okay, it's just a Draco, so we will live. Now that's -2. We should be able to live whatever Miraidon goes for now. There's Nuzzle, do some damage, and get the Para, so I feel like that's fine. See what they go for. It's just Surging Strikes. I feel like I'd like Kyogre to just go down here. It will. Okay. Now things get interesting. I think I have to Terra Water here. Electricity is gone. They're at -2, so I feel it's Terra Water because they haven't clicked the electric move. And they may just switch Miraidon. So here I've just got Terra Water, Trick Room. Could Endeavor them down to 110. It is an option. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. See if that gets them to lower HP. Should. And if they switch anything in, like Iron Hands, it will get it lower. Urshifu's kind of in a weird position because it could be slower now. It could also just not move. Urshifu getting full parried would be big. We'll see what the Miraidon goes for. No Terra on their side, I'm assuming, unless it's Urshifu and slower. But we should be good here. Just honestly, I feel like even with Electric Drift, I think we could live. I'll have to get Trick Room up. There's the Draco. This is -2. We do take it quite well. Comes down to Surging Strikes. I mean, if they get parried here, that'd be huge. We'll get Endeavor. Not much. Surging Strikes does go first. Do we live? It's close. I think we live. Oh my. Okay, now things are really interesting. An Aqua Jet would ruin me, but again, we have upper hand, so we can prevent that. I don't think Marion lives a Glacial Lance. I think this is possible. We're gonna Glacial Lance here, and I'm gonna go for the upper hand. Prevent an Aqua Jet or anything. I mean, it could also just be Rayquaza in the back, and then we just kind of win. Because again, we just upper hand, and I think we're in a good spot here. As long as they are not under-speeding us, we're fine. They protect him right on, okay. That's fine. Upper hand works, meaning they went for the Aqua Jet. They will flinch, and now we have a free Glacial Lance. This should pick up Urshifu, getting us to +1. And that puts us in a really good spot. Nope, they lived. That was not as expected. I think it's just the same thing. Glacial Hand's upper hand. Pikachu could pick up a KO here, which would be really funny. Let's see. At this point, I feel like upper hand's, again, safe. As long as they're not underspeeding. They're just gonna detect, that's fine. Upper hand fails, but we'll get Glacial Lance. If we can get a position where it's like Pikachu and something else, or Pikachu's at Trick Room, that could be good. That's a way we could win. That's been right on down. And now we're in a really interesting position. They can't go for the Aqua Jet. If it's Iron Hand, it's a bit weird. And it's just the Rayquaza, so we're in a absolutely still really interesting position. I think what their answer would just be Extreme Speed, and so here's what I'm gonna do. I know they protect. I think they're gonna Aqua Jet, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna protect upper hand. I think that's my play. I need them to go for double. Actually, Rayquaza's Extreme Speed's a bit annoying here. I think they Extreme Speed and like Surging Strikes. If they do that, they win. I think here, because that just kind of pins my upper hand. I have nothing I can do about that. I could have nuzzled and then tried to win a 1v1 with Pikachu, which actually could be possible, but absolutely do have Extreme Speed. Probably wouldn't. They're just gonna Terra, probably Terra normal, I'd assume. Yep, could also be Sash on Rayquaza, which would be really hard to deal with as well. But we'll see what it is. Protect, I hope to see an Aqua Jet. Upper hand works, okay. And where did Rayquaza go? Rayquaza went for Extreme Speed, okay. And now we have upper hand to Rayquaza. This is actually kind of a crazy position. I can't protect. Glacial Lance and upper hand here. Play. They could protect, but that's fine. Because then I think from there I protect. I could nuzzle. I think would be the play. No, they may be banded actually. They locked in Extreme Speed, and now upper hand just completely shuts them down. I think they're banded, and that's going to be game. Pikachu, upper hand comes in clutch, shutting down both the Urshifu and the Rayquaza, even though it wasn't able to shut down Prince Whimsicott. It shuts down those and allows Calyrex on like single digits, pretty much, health on a sliver to KO the last 3 Pokemon to win the game. Man, if that's not showing the value Pikachu can bring, that is unbelievable. Pikachu really showing up, not only faking out to get Sugar. I'm sure the upper hand didn't work into the stop Encore from Whimsicott, but from there, blocking Aqua Jets, blocking Extreme Speeds to get in a position to win the game. really good from Pikachu, and overall, really, I'm impressed with that. So let's end game 3, see if we can go 3-0. Okay, so I see Calyrex Smeargle. Actually, I may know this team. This may be a Jetpack Smeargle. Off the bat, I think I have to go Pikachu. I can fake out Smeargle, and then I'm gonna go with Calyrex, just try and double. I think I know this team. I think that's Iron Ball Kyogre, so I kind of don't want Trick Room up actually, so I'm just gonna go for this for damage, and then I'm gonna go Kyogre, and then I think I bring Earth. Actually, I could bring Tailwind, but I think I'm gonna be kind of faster here in most situations. So I'm gonna go with these 4, so we'll see how this goes. But I believe this is Power Length Kyogre, I think is what it was. I think I've used this team before, if I remember correctly, so I kind of know the sets. I remember like Flora means Focus Sash Trick Room, so that's something to think about. But I think overall we're in a pretty good spot. We should be able to cover for a lot of things. They're gonna be slow as well. Kyogre may just be the fastest thing on the field, so excited to go for this. I'm expecting like Smeargle Calyrex. Yep, just what I thought. Now I can do here is I can fake out Smeargle and go for a Glacial Lance. I could also just fake out Calyrex, but then I'm kind of nowhere. So I think fake out Glacial Lance is my best play. I could also upper hand. They could go for Spore. Never mind. Fake out Glacial Lance. I think that's my always gotta go for this play here. We'll get the fake out. We go first, and that should be just Smeargle dead here. We go first. They probably went for a Trick Room. Nice. And now what I can do here is I can Terra Water my Calyrex and be in a pretty good position to just reverse Trick Room. And then I can go for Endeavor in case they don't go for Glacial Lance, Water Spout, to pretty much be in a good position. Here's what it is. If they do go for Glacial Lance, Water Spout, I can reset Trick Room and then go from there. If they don't, then I get to Endeavor with Sash onto any of these Mons. I think Calyrex is the better one here and just be in a really good position. And if they let Pikachu live somehow, then I'm in an even better position. So overall, really like where I am. Gonna Endeavor, Terra Water, Trick Room. I think we should be good to do that. Again, this could be Terra Water, I'm assuming. Kyogre, it's Terra Water. I think we should be able to take Terra Water, Water Spout. It's only rain boosted. It's because it's an item to half Kyogre speed to work in Trick Room. It's not doing. It doesn't have a damage multiplier, which is big because that's a huge difference for Kyogres. That's kind of like that's how you kind of switch how you're working against Kyogres. And here, because I know it's power weight, I get to pretty freely just reverse Trick Room. I know I can because I know this isn't a faster Kyogre. There it is. Very slow, slower than Calyrex even. And we'll go down a Sash. I mean, we take less than half, which is perfect. We'll go down a Sash, so if they did choose to like high horsepower, I mean, yeah, Glacial Lance is definitely the best play from them there. But I'm really happy where I am, +1. The crit on Calyrex is quite unfortunate. Kind of puts me in a bit of a weird spot because I don't want them to reverse Trick Room again. But what I can do is actually bringing in Urshifu is probably my best play. I can Surging Strikes, kind of make sure they can't get anything. I could have gone to Kyogre as well for Water Spout, but this feels good. I can Surging Strikes and Glacial Lance for pretty much free. They can switch. I'm pretty sure it was. I think it's Thunder actually. So I think I should be fine just to click Glacial Lance. As long as I kill Kyogre, as long as I kill Calyrex in a good position, that's really good. So that's going to be Calyrex down, and now I think it should be single target Glacial Lance into Kyogre. This should do quite a lot of damage. We'll be in a pretty good position from there. Yeah, I don't think there's much they're going to be able to do here because they can no longer reverse Trick Room. We'll get Glacial Lance off. It's going to take a ton of damage. Almost KOs. See what they went for. Okay, it's a crit. Okay, it goes both ways. And they just choose the Thunder or the Urshifu. Okay, I'm perfectly fine with that. So now that puts me, I can go for another Glacial Lance, and that's Kyogre down. So here we'll bring our own Kyogre. We are Soul Fest. We are taking very little damage from everything. Sure, that Thunder could do some good damage, but we aren't going to let it. Again, it's the slowest thing on the field at this point. And it's going to be Landorus on their side, so they really don't have any way. I'm going to Water Spout, and Glacial Lance just kind of guarantee we KO everything. And we don't miss. Missing is kind of the one way I can lose, so it's going to guarantee that we don't. And that we should be in a winning position. Sandsear actually, yeah, we take that really well with Kyogre. So I'm pretty much safe. I'm really good. And I think that should put me in a winning position. Yeah, that should be game. Yeah, it is. Nice. GG's. And Pikachu goes 3-0, which is absolutely insane. This thing is a supporting menace. Honestly, I would bring this to local tournaments. Pikachu feels crazy, upper hand's insane with all the priority priority. Blocks Fake Out, takes Instant pretty well. Nuzzle's good support, Ding and Shook, because I brought the Trick Room out a lot. It reverses Trick, you can play against Trick Room, got Tailwind as well, Ding and Showbro Moon. Again, fast Tailwind's amazing. But overall, this team is insane. If you want, this team's fun as well. I would heavily suggest trying out this team. This is a fun team to end, to kind of this final month of official Reg I. But overall, really exciting stuff. Pikachu, really cool. Loved using. But overall, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe to the video. I'll see you next time. Bye.